All right, time to work on more of PIJ. Yes, you heard me. PIJ. All right, PIJ. Oh yeah, my start position right there because I was just playtesting this. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, we fixed some of the outlines. We added some more blocks right here. We didn't really do a whole lot last session, so I'm trying to get more done. I just did vines. I actually did copy a block. Earlier, it was this one here. Let's go for this. So it looks something like that. Yeah, I can actually work with that. And then put like the vines right behind it. Actually, what does that look like, huh? Ooh. Actually, that doesn't look bad. If I make it lighter, then hold on. I can make it lighter. I don't want it too bright. Keep it there. And obviously, it's not going to affect really much of anything besides the glow, which I don't really care too much about, at least right now. Okay. I actually want to get a different color for this. We'll make this the new color. Gonna make it whatever green. Put it there for a second, so we can work on it. All right, let's see here. So, okay, yeah, you can definitely see it. Put it to like there. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Oh, that looks cool, actually. What I just did there. Maybe like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's actually a pretty cool base block. And then put those all around here. Hey, I like it. All right, let's get rid of all of these. These were just to mark all of this here. Well, actually, all right, there we go. Put that one. Put this straight on one. This entire thing on one. Oops. Jeez, I clicked that a couple times. All right, there we go. So I got a nice block right there for the ship part. Looks pretty cool. All right, now for the spike design. Let's go ahead and think of something. Was that the just extra stuff back there? I'm not worried about it. Okay. Now as for the spikes, we're gonna have to figure that out. What the heck is this? Jeez. Why the heck was that in there? Alright, whatever. This I'm pretty sure was just, yeah, my own custom saw design. Oops. Which I guess turned out alright. I used this for did I use that for PIJ? Hold on, did I use this for PIJ? Yes, I did. I used it for PIJ right here. It is a good kind of saw design here. Get rid of this. Alright. Let's try and figure out what spike design to use. Oopsies. Obviously, we gotta think of something really cool. That's gonna fit the Vine theme or whatever. Let's see here. I was leaning towards that, but I don't think that would work. Yeah, actually, hold on. You do that. Okay, then we need to find the vines. Or could no, the vines are right here. We could use these. No, that's the hue. Nope. T2. Yep, there it goes. Like that. And then we do this. Free move this thing. You know, actually, that does look kind of cool. Hold on. If we, let's say we edit these two things. Make, I guess, like a dark green, so something like this here. Obviously, we'll have to add glow to that. You know, let's add, let's add this green glow that I used. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I need some of this. Move it over. So it looks like that. I think it looks pretty cool. And then we just need to shift the size of it. So let's go ahead and actually do that. Make it so we can fit it here. Scale. Wrong thing. There it goes. Okay, how small does this need to be? Yeah, actually, I could put it there. Okay, edit this. Bear with me, I'm pretty slow. At the same time, this is kind of it's a process. Manage. This might be tricky. Okay. It's looking alright. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to put this all onto object layer 1. Or not object layer 1. We need to put it on group 1, which is my my fade group. So let me yes, I know I selected the portal. I'll deal with that in a second. Let me put this on 1. And then what we need to do, deselect, and then highlight this, get rid of that group, and boom. Okay, that is actually looking pretty decent. Let's see how that looks like in gameplay. Bear with me, I'm still kind of rusty. There it goes. Alright, this is actually quite clunky. Hold on. Yeah, I was just say this actually isn't flowing very well. Let me lower that. Because this click almost feels RNG. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. This part isn't that hard. Okay, actually, wait. You know what? Actually, make this better. Get rid of this thing entirely, because that is actually irritating. There we go. I was say that is not flowing very well. I must have moved that orb or something. I was say because I was like, whoa! I must have changed something here because this is not flowing very well.
That was actually quite a decent run. All right. So actually, this actually looks really good. Um, it's a little bright, but it works. It works for a ship part. So we'll take it. Now we got to work on this, which will probably just be still the same kind of like vine block. And then once we get up here, it's going to change. And I think I mentioned in a past part, but I'll work on the backgrounds last. Yeah, once I get all the block designs and stuff like that done, then I'll start working on the backgrounds and making sure this looks all like really pretty. All right, there we go. And obviously we got to make this all in Viz, and also add the these spikes here. So let's go ahead and actually do that. And swipe this. All right, cool. Now we need. Oh, no. Okay, we don't need any more sideways. So copy this, and we're gonna have to fight it a little bit. Okay, ooh, right there. And kind of move it over a little. There we go. Okay, it's looking decent. Okay, so now that we did that, we now need to highlight all this and make it invis. All right, that's looking all right. Definitely looks pretty cool. And yeah, I gave a darker glow here. You can see what I did here. We need to put it there. Yeah, I did kind of like darker glow there. I think that works. And then lighter here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so now that looks decent, now we need to start working on this. Okay, so this is where some of the interesting stuff's going to happen, because now we have actual structures. Okay, what the heck are we going to do with the wave? Shoot. I could do something that kind of syncs with the no, because I think I'm going to do it with the background. I don't know. All right, now to start thinking. Make it like temple-ish. That's what I'm leaning towards, like almost like a jungle temple. Yeah, and start making it with the wave here, and then kind of do this here. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna try and do, like kind of like a jungle temple theme. I think that's probably what we're gonna go for. Okay, well, obviously we would be using these blocks here because these are like temple theme.
and they fit like the kind of thing that we're doing here. Okay, what we're going to be doing is actually we're going to kind of give it like a Terraria style, where we're going to give it like this orange, like what you see in the Lazar Temple from Terraria. We're going to kind of do something like that and see how that works. And obviously it's like dark orange like here. Let's see how that looks. That looks kind of like a lizard-esque. Yeah, yeah, it looks very lizard-esque. I like it. Do we have like a curve block or like an edge or something, like a slope? I don't think we do. I don't think this has a slope block, or at least this layout doesn't. Um, no, it's not looking like it. That's a shame. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Okay, obviously I need to start putting these on group. No, not group. Editor layer 1. So the blocks don't get in the way while we're trying to edit this. Okay, so now we gotta think here. So I'm thinking kind of like that. And then obviously we need to do that. Put this here. Okay, and obviously we need to do some of this. Put the wall down. This. Get this temple-esque kind of feel up. No, actually, we might need to edit this slightly. So I want it to, I actually want it to connect. So we do something like this instead. Do something like that instead. Yeah, there we go. And then do this. Something like that instead. Put this obviously right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere here. Obviously, we're gonna have to put some details here, like vines and stuff like that, make it jungle theme. But yeah, I think that's starting to get somewhere. I mean, bear with me. I am I'm not really that great at decorating, so if this decoration looks like crap, it's kind of supposed to be because I'm not very good. So I'm trying. I'm just doing what I can. Because to be honest, I don't really expect this level to get rated, but if it does, that would be amazing. But I don't like super expect it. Like I won't be disappointed if it's not rated. Because it's not the end of the world. Because if people enjoy it, that is plenty enough for me. Yeah, if people enjoy the level, that's plenty for me.
I just want people to enjoy my work, and that is all. Yeah, because I know a lot of people go crazy just because their level doesn't get rated or something like that. Like they get mad at Rob, and I'm like, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, it's just a game. All right, that's pretty cool. So we got kind of like the temple-esque theme going on here. Uh, Definitely gonna have to mess around. The background for this is gonna be interesting. I might have to put like traps and stuff like that in this. Also, because it's still really easy to get through. So the reason why this slope is here is just so you don't fly up. Yeah, it's just so you can hit this yellow orb. Because if I didn't have it this long, you could just like fly all the way back up. Yeah, you can fly all the way up. You just shot up into the stratosphere. But yeah. Okay. Now what we want to do is I'm actually going to turn those slightly so I can then put some of these on again. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there we go. And then we want obviously more stuff there, but this is my main focus right here. So if we do this, kind of giving it almost like an Aztec feel. I like it. Obviously, all the white blocks are going to be invisible, so it doesn't matter if you can see them right now. Yeah, we're going to have that black outlines to make that look really cool. There you go. And kind of make it like that. There we go. That's pretty cool. All right. And then obviously we're going to add more stuff to here as well. That's what we're going to do. Actually, what does this look like if I do this? There we go. And obviously, you can see where the wave path is. So it just looks a little bizarre. Actually, what does that look like when I do this? What even is that? What, an edge? Yeah, it's an edge. Um. Hmm.
can actually grab some of these here. Oh, obviously these. And obviously that too. And that is perfect that that has that vine right there. That will help us. Go for this green here. Brown. Nope. There it goes. And obviously we want that one and that one. Brown, green. Oops. There goes. There we go. Looks pretty cool. And we'll do this. No, actually, we won't do that. Okay, well, we definitely need spikes for this. What's a good spike design for this? Which was these? Nah, it's more like stone. These. No, it's not gonna match. Maybe for the background, but definitely not for the foreground. Let's see here. Ooh, these. Oh yeah, definitely. Give this the orange that I used. Yeah, there we go. Make this another one. There we go. Replace every single spike with that. Oops. There's not a whole lot of spikes in this area, though. Yeah, there isn't. There's not a whole lot of spikes. You know what? Well, actually, we can do it here. Shoot. Get rid of this. Oh. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, cool. And obviously, we will do this. There we go. Okay, now I just need to make this stuff in Viz. And that will be good to go. Now, actually, what I want to do, should I make those flat spikes? Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Get rid of these. We already placed the spikes, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Just do this. Add this. Do this. These. Oops. Shoot. It is a tedious process, no, is it? And obviously we'll add shadows to this at some point, but right now I'm just trying to get the overall outline of what we want. Just so when we come back to this, we know exactly what we're doing and we're not going off track. Yeah, we can actually focus on actually working on this and not another part or like the beginning of the level or something. We can actually start working on something that we already just started working on. So we'll just work further. So just that. All right. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Okay, that actually looks pretty cool. It's kind of bright, but I think it actually looks really good for what I'm going for. This will definitely look a lot better once I get the backgrounds in. But right now, I think that looks fine. So, all right, let's go ahead and play this. Oof. Obviously, the level is still quite tricky, so still gonna be dying at this beginning a couple times. It's just this click right here. Yeah, this orb click right here is pretty hard. Yeah, see. You just gotta time it early. Or not early, you have to time it late. There it goes. Yeah, see, it's the same gameplay, it just looks better. The spider's gonna be interesting to decorate. I have no clue what designs to do there. That'll probably be more the temple. That gives me more. Yeah, this gives me a temple vibe for sure for what I'm going for. So is this the that's the moving spikes. So I'll definitely have to replace those too. That was just so we just have a ground just so you're not teleporting onto the ground, whatever. And we're gonna replace those spikes too. And I already structured all this so it's ready when I get back. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually start playing this level. See how far we can get. I think that's really, really good progress for today. So now it's time to have a little bit of fun with this. Let's see if I can actually beat this level. I have high hopes. You always have to have high hopes for crap like this. Hold on. Put it. Actually, make it not flip gravity, but actually make it cube. Oopsies. There it goes.
so close. That was actually a really good run, though. I haven't gotten past the wave a whole lot of times. That wave is quite tricky. Yeah, that mini wave is definitely hardest for the pre-drop. Ah! Did it again. Shoot. Okay, I clicked. Yeah, I clicked right there, and my guy just didn't go up. All right, game. Thanks. Appreciate it. I would say that orb isn't easy. Oh, I was gonna say this ship part right over here isn't easy. So, all right, come on, click. There it goes. Okay, I'm getting really tired of that orb. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Did you know that fractured flames still exist? Yeah. Oh, that old level with the Super Meat Boy song. Yeah, I still have the level. It's just I haven't worked on it in a long time. I might work on it more once I get Poison Ivy Jungle at least close to finish. Yeah, I want to at least get this almost finished before I start working on Fractured Flames again. Yeah, I want to at least have an almost finished product before I start working on something else. So, yeah. But I think that's pretty decent progress. We did this here, and we figured out what block to use for this. So, and we just did a little bit of decoration right here, which is just these little poles right here, or these little trees, logs, whatever. Looks like little vines, and then we got a pretty nice block right here. So yeah, but that's pretty decent progress. Hope you guys enjoyed. Levels looking fairly alright actually. I actually really like the design of this. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I think it looks really neat. Um, it's a jungle theme. Yeah, it's a jungle level. So still gonna add a lot more, especially to the beginning because it is kind of low budget. Uh, but I want to at least get most, if not all, the level done before we start working on the backgrounds and really start making this level look really cool. As you can see, we're not even at 4,000. So yeah, we still got plenty of room to do a whole bunch of stuff with this level. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go play something else. I have no clue what it's gonna be. Probably like, oh my gosh, I'm leaning towards Bopple, or I'm not doing Pokemon. No, I need a little break. Um, probably Bopple. Yeah, it's either that or I do Doodle World. I'm kind of running out of things to record. Um, I might do Crimson Norm tomorrow. I don't know. I might just work on that chapter I'm on. I'm still stuck. So yeah, it's been a while. So, anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.